Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video, oh my god, it feels like it's been an eternity, is going to be all about really cheap brushes. These were like $13.99. I'll put it on the screen exactly how much they were. I figured that we would basically just test them out because if you can get brushes this cheap, you know, like if you don't want to spend a massive amount of money on brushes, then if they're worth it, that's an amazing price. I got them on TikTok shop. I'll leave a link to my TikTok video where you can shop them. I'm going to try and use as many as possible, but there's a lot of brushes here. There are 16 eye brushes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 face brushes. I'm going to be doing a no foundation makeup look today, so I'm just going to be using like everything else and negating the need for a foundation. So let's see how we do. Okay, so I'm going to use the Vive Modern Radiance Cream Bronzer. The only thing I found with these brushes is there is a few stray hairs. But I mean, they were £13, so, or £14, whatever. I'm going to take this brush here. They don't have, oh no, do they have numbers? This is the angled contouring brush. I'm going to take this and I'm going to this is just going to look crazy before it. What I want to do is I might actually use the fan brush for my nose. Okay, so we've got two options. We've got a flat-headed one and a round-headed one. Maybe I'll do one on either side, but I'm going to start anyway with the darker coloured bits and sort of just diffuse them. More of a stippling type motion. Couple of bristles shading, nothing too crazy. Flat top brush is actually much more sort of flexible. So if you prefer a flimsier brush, that one will be for you. Okay, that is the layer done. I had to do a little bit of correction with this, but that's just like a lighter one. I think if I'd known, I'd have gone in with more of that at the start anyway. But I don't know, I think it looks all right. I would now add a little bit of contour. So to do the contour, I'm going to use the angled shading brush. And I'm going in with the contour cake from, what's it called? Pink Honey. Okay, this one's just a flat face brush. A flat face brush. Doesn't look very flat to me. It's a wee bit more domed. It's actually very like, so more like that. It's not as much so, but it's like the Vive foundation brush and that My Kitco brush that is like the Vive foundation brush. So I'm just gonna diffuse that a bit. Nice. There is a little pointed powder brush here. It's just called a pointed brush. Just gonna use that to set a little bit, and there's nothing really much that brush does, so that's quite nice. Feels nice. We'll go in with a little bit of contour just to kind of set that up. I've kind of used all the brushes. And then we've got this one that's more for powder, but that I like for blush. If you want quite a blushy look, maybe a bit big if you just want a little bit. not bad. I just counted them and didn't realise that you've got a spoolie on one end of one and 2 other dual-ended brushes as well. So, right, I'm just going to do something relatively simple, maybe like a halo eye or something like that. Okay, that one was fine. It was the medium shader brush. I'm going to take one of the bigger ones just to give it a go. Not that it really matters what I'm using. Very, very, very sort of kind of flimsy brush. So if you just want like a wash of colour, what's it called? Tapered blending brush, number 6. If you wanted to use a dark shade but blow it out really lightly, this brush would help you because it's really, really stingy with the product. But it does pick it up. So, right, we're going to go in with a smaller one. So same kind of idea but smaller. This one's the eye crease brush. And it's got a little bit of glue hanging out of it. So like the production quality of them shite. I won't lie. Like, you know, they feel quite lightweight. Very boggle standard type thing. But I mean, if you're giving it to your 14-year-old. Right, raw sienna. My mirror is so dirty. Clatty. So this one's a good size for me anyway. Let me just go into golden ochre then. It's doing a fine job, like there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, I'm going to go into this little guy. This looks really good. So it's got a blending and an eyeshadow brush. It's got a teeny little end and like a nice, I don't see many brush sets with a nice little refined brush like this, so this is actually really good. I'm going to Cypress Umber, which is like the dark brown. So as I get darker in colour, I tend to, unless I'm doing like a really dark smoky eye where it doesn't really matter and I'm just like throwing it on, I'll go like the darker the colour, the smaller the brush, just because it's easier to control. You can blend it out with a bigger brush, but it's just rule of thumb, and if I'm teaching anyone, that's how I would teach them as well, just because they're so much easier to control. Ever seen a brush like this in a kit? Let alone one for £14. That's cracking. Let's get the inner corner with this one. Great size. And I bet you this wee one is going to be good for underneath as well. Let's see. There isn't a crazy amount of fallout either. Ugh. Okay, so this is where I would flip this over and take the dark shade. This little brush is a winner, number 16. If you just buy it for that brush, it's worth it. So I think that's on that side, that's my favourite one so far. And most of the blending up there, I'm going to do my eyebrows. So I'm going to use this brush. I like having a spoolie on the end. I like the fact that it's a wee bit bent as well. And I'm going to do it with a pomade. I don't think that this is going to be thin enough. Okay, they're not my best brows. It's not a hair stroke, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. I wouldn't buy it just for it. Use this one for the colour in the middle of my eyelid, and I'm going to go in Primavera. Look how stunning this was. Nothing wrong with that at all. Picked up the shade fine. Distributing it nicely, there's no fallout. Take my little winning brush again. I've got a little sort of pokey brush here. I think I'll take Vermeer and just do an inner corner highlight with that. That's a perfect type of brush for that. It's Eye Blender. I mean, they're not very imaginative with their names. That one's like, I would say, the same kind of thing as that one. It's just a wee bit flatter. We don't really need it. Oh, see now this one's got like a wee angled brow and shadow brush. So that's a different brow brush as well. It's a little bit thinner. I don't really think we need it. There's these ones, they're a bit big. I'd say you could maybe use them for concealer. That one's a bit thick for me, a bit silly. We have this little guy. This is really cool looking. I'm going to try this. with a bit of hair. And then these two are a bit big for me. So like these are the ones that you tend to get in sets and you're just like, what am I going to use them for? So let's try the liner brush. It would maybe be better with like a gel liner, but we'll see. So I like the angle on it, it's quite cool. The angle means that you can see where it is. Definitely think it would be better with a gel. This is a water activated. I mean, considering I am crap at eyeliner. I don't mind the brush. I don't hate the brush at all. I like, that might be quite handy for clients. Right. That is the finished look. Using all of these, well, I say all of these brushes, these are the ones that I have left. And they're just a bit big for me. So if you've got like bigger eyes than me, maybe they would work for you. I don't think they performed that badly. Yes, a few of them shed. I'm going to wash them now and let you know how they are afterwards, how, like if they lose a lot of bristles and stuff like that, I'll let you know in the description box below, or I'll take a photo or something like that. Well worth it for how decent they are. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, I think it's all in our heads about like what they should be like. They may fall apart when I wash them, so I may take all that back, but so far I don't see an issue with them at all. So yeah, totally approved by me. I'll leave a link in the description box to go over to my TikTok where you can get them from the shop link. I mean, you don't have to use my link, but obviously it just is a wee bit easier for you to find them that way. I don't know if you can get them anywhere else. Obviously, you just never know if you're going to get the same ones. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.